Hi, Jeremy Clark, Barbeque Brewing. So right now, what we're doing is we just finished sparging the grains. We got the grain bag out of there. Now we're gonna bring the wort up to temp. The next stage we're getting ready to do now is to add our malt extract. Now this is a sticky mess that you can see.
Oh, yeah.
It's even thicker than honey. It's about the consistency of molasses, I'd say.
What's that
And it's
smell
real
like?
sweet.
Okay.
You can taste it. Just put a finger in there.
Yeah, it's thicker than honey. It's not quite like molasses, but it's a little bit.
Yeah, so this is just basically a concentrate of the process that we just did.
And what does that do?
This just basically, this is a way for a starting home brewer to avoid having to jump right into all grain. There's more steps, there's a lot more grain involved, there's more equipment involved, and it's you could get right into it if you had somebody to work with you, but for a budding home brewer, this is the way to start out, is with extract. The end goal is hopefully this summer I'm going to build a cart to bigger and go all grain batches. So I'd like to be able to make at least 15 gallons at a time is the goal.
Where do you get that stuff?
Well, basically it's a fabrication job. You can buy pre-made stuff, but industrious home brewer can make his own or find someone to help him make his own. And an all grain system doesn't have to be complex or fabricated. It can be a series of, all you need is gravity and like some insulated coolers. That's probably the easiest and cheapest way to do it. So pretty soon we'll start seeing our hot break here.
Okay, we're looking for. Now, what are we looking for here?
So helping me turn the light on here. Nope, it doesn't help at all.
Okay, we're looking for a hot break. And what's
Yeah.
that?
That is when the proteins start coagulating, and that's a good thing. We want that to happen. And you start to see when it starts rolling a little bit, you'll see these things circulate up. They'll come up and they'll get so heavy they'll fall back down to the bottom. And that's also, of course, from convection too.
How long did it take you to learn how to do this?
Well, still learning, but before I was comfortable enough to do it on my own and start writing my own recipes, it was probably 5 years. But it depends on how heavy you jump into it, and if you read the books and all that kind of stuff, you can probably do it a little sooner than 5 years. But
But this can be done by just about anybody if you just follow these steps.
you actually don't even have to be 21 to do this,
Right.
because none of these ingredients are illegal to buy. Fermentation is not illegal. Consuming it perhaps might be legal if you're not 21, and you might have some angry parents, but if your dad's cool, he won't care. Just kidding, don't drink if you're not 21.
See, I think I could do this tomorrow just by watching the video.
You could.
I mean,
You might need to borrow some supplies.
yeah. I mean, anybody could do this just by watching this.
Mm-hmm. And that's the goal.
Yeah.
We're just going to check our tab here. Hopefully you can hear Dora the Explorer in the background. We're getting close to boiling, so we're getting ready to do the malt extract in. We're going to use the whole thing. This is 7 pounds. Here's a little tip. Since this stuff is so thick and rough, this really helps it. Put it in there for 30 seconds and it'll heat it up and it'll be a lot more viscous.
We're at 190.
183.
Oh, 183.
94. That's where one of these rubber spatulas is going to come in handy with this. Get all that stuff out of there.
So we're just basically getting prepared so when this starts to start rolling.
If it wasn't for that little bit of foam, I bet you could see some hot break in there. Sometimes it doesn't happen until just before boiling, but it'll happen.
And you're just boiling that.
You see that's a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we might put it in for a few seconds more. It might seem alarming to just put your finger in there. It's something you're going to have and worry about bacteria, but we're going to boil this for an hour, so it's going to pretty much kill anything that's in there and everything.
Another 30 seconds and yeah, that's a lot.
Alright, so
You're adding
this kind of thing you want to stir in there. You don't want it to burn to the bottom. Now this is going to set you back a bit on your temp because obviously this doesn't anywhere close to 195 degrees. Now you don't want to put the extract in there for too long because you're just going to end up burning it and it'll make it taste funny. You notice how much it made the level of the wort rise in the pot, so you got to make sure to account for that when you put your steeping water in. If you get a good bit stuck in the jar still, I put some hot water in this and shake it around and you can get the rest out, but that worked out pretty good, so we're going to call it good. Plus I don't have a whole lot of room there, so we're just going to leave it at that. See, that whole process brought our temp back down to 170, so now we got to kind of start over again. It's only 5 degrees above our steeping temperature. Alright, so now we wait again. So kick back and have a beer.